Polite Conversation. I'm Kayla.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Wes.
This is the podcast where anything goes.
And everything falls apart. Hi, guys. Welcome to Polite Conversation. I'm Kayla, and I'm here with Wes and Amanda. Yeah, so this is our first official episode. Who knows what's going to happen, because we already have been unable to keep it together. Amanda.
Giggles McGee
Giggles McGee, but she's been telling us some really great stories, and I'm sure she will share with the class.
Oh my God,
I'll let her tell about herself. What am I doing? So, hi, Amanda. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a hairdresser and an artist and the local eccentric. And, well, I typically do crazy, stupid, silly things to make people laugh when I feel like they have a bad day or they're going through a time, because I feel like laughter is a really good form of escape sometimes. So that's my MO. I'm goofy and silly, and sometimes I can be serious, but not most of the time. Wes?
Hey, it's your boy.
Whoa, yo.
It's your boy.
I like big butts that I cannot lie.
Yeah, I got a ton of editing doing the show. Y'all know who I am. I'm Wes. I'm the local hometown hero.
White derp.
Just gonna roll with that one. Anyway, I'm running the board for the show, and I'll be throwing in my 2 cents here and there. And anyway, back to Kayla.
Yeah, since we all give ourselves local titles, I guess I'm your resident
Cat lady.
I'm your resident cat lady.
No, you're more than that.
Little unemployed at the moment, to be quite honest with you.
But there are so many things that you do. Fashion, you're into marketing, you are into owning businesses. You're very smart and intelligent. And you've traveled outside of Rockmart, so that's a total win there. So, I mean, let me just say that there are a lot of things about you that is fantastic. Not the fact that you're unemployed, you're just taking a fucking sabbatical.
That is it. That's great. I like that a lot better than what, I'm figuring it out. I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
But, I work at stores around town. I help business owners make their websites, merchandising, all that good stuff. And I work with an animal nonprofit currently, Helen's Healing Animal Rescue and Sanctuary. And I've always got a foster kitten. So if anybody's in the market, I'm your girl.
If you're looking for a cat.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got going on at the moment. And then this.
And then this.
And this is the most exciting thing, to be quite honest with you, that I have going at the moment. So yeah.
So for those of you who missed the show last week on the pit, me and Kayla actually sat down. We threw out some ideas about this show and just kind of gave you a little glimpse of it today, episode 1 here officially. We're going to do some more stuff, and we're going to kick things off. We're going to keep it light this time.
I have something I wanted to say up at the top here.
Yeah, dude.
From our episode that you put out, I've gotten so much good feedback. Yes, these people are my friends and people that love me, but I don't think they would lie to me. I trust these people. My best friend in particular is just high praises, and that means a lot to me. And she's not easily pleased. Not pleased, that's not the right word. She's
Particular.
Yeah, I respect her when she likes something and she gushes about it. It's very genuine. So that was the best to hear from her about everything. But the main question I've been getting is what's it about? It's really cool that y'all are doing this. What's it about? And I think my answer is just yes. Yeah.
Anything and
everything. So that's pretty much, I know that's very open-ended, but, we hope to have maybe some different guests on from time to time, or maybe most of the time it's probably just us 3, but we're a good time. So
yeah, I agree. But, seriously, it can get serious and it can get silly and funny and giggly, and that's the whole point. It's a visit. You're visiting us in our area. We're having a visit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, do you want to get started with our, we've got some topic cards here just to spark some conversation, and we thought they were interesting. Some of them are kind of serious, some of them are kind of funny, but mine are all kind of serious. So let's start with something light.
Okay, so I'm just going to close my eyes and pull one.
Okay.
Out of my little bubbly stack. Describe your perfect day.
I don't want to go first.
Okay.
I need a minute.
I'll go
It's
first.
your card, yeah.
Oh, I will so go first. My perfect day. I sleep late with no animals pawing at me, and then I get up and I drink a whole pot of coffee and then I go shopping at Michael's, and I have no budget. And then I go to my art studio, and I make the biggest mess ever. And then I go make some pottery bowls. And then I go home, and then my man takes me to La Paria because it's my favorite restaurant. And I eat churripollo and extra dip, cheese dip. And then I go home, and we have chocolate ice cream and go to sleep and have some really good sex. That's a good day.
So is this like a fantasy day, or is this like one thing that could actually happen?
No, this is just a perfect day.
It's just a perfect day.
It's just a perfect day. I am a simple creature.
She is.
Sex, art supplies, chocolate, and Mexican. I'm good.
All at the same time.
All at the same time. That's messy. She did say she wanted to make mess, so.
Move on to you.
Oh, Lord. Well, the sleeping, like, 500%. I mean, like, that's top. I don't know. I think my perfect day is not, I mean, I love my house. It's great, but I would rather it be at the beach somewhere warm, where I can, like, sit out and get a tan but not get burnt. That's key. Read a good book, like a good book to the point where I'm like engrossed in this book. Those are my favorite. Like you don't want to put them down kind of thing. So yeah, that, and then just somewhere warm and sunny, I think is the main thing. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
It sounds good though. Like just chillaxing and not thinking about things and not having a care.
Zero. Okay, let me add 0 anxiety.
Yeah.
Just I've not got to. I wake up and I am just ready to go and I'm fine and I'm not anxious about anything. Go to the beach, read a book, get a tan, do my thing.
Sip on a drink.
Yeah, take my dog on a walk when it cools off. Oh, those are the best. Florida walks are the best. Beach walks are the best. So, yeah, that would probably be my favorite day. I don't want to include anyone in it, but that's just me. So, by myself with my dog at the beach. That's my answer.
Subject to change.
Wow.
What's your perfect day, Wes?
You know, I'm going to be real simple with you. I'm going to be real simple. I'd like to just wake up one day on my off day and not have a message from work. That would be lovely.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, that honestly is reaching. I'll be honest with you, because my job is garbage.
They're needy bitches.
They are. There are no such thing as off days. So, yeah, I'd like to wake up in the morning without 5 or 6 messages from anybody. Come down to my studio, plug in, and actually record a really quality Mosh Pit episode with a really cool guest like Sir Mix-a-Lot. Really cool, by the way. That was episode 200.
Plug.
Shameless plug. Other than that, you know what? You really just keep it simple. You know, hang out at the house, play video games, and watch TV, and binge on freaking Doritos or something.
Just like have nowhere to be, no one
no
to
schedule.
Yeah, those are the best.
No
those
schedule.
are also the best kind of days. I love that Amanda's answer was so like
Specific.
Yeah, I mean you're like just we don't want to be bothered.
Exactly.
She's like including you with the Mexican and all this, and no, we're just like, well, just don't bother us.
And, you know, that's almost too much for me. It's like, that means I have to get home and grab her and then go back out into traffic. It's freaking terrible. We have Mexican at home. I can bring you Taco Bell.
I think it's a good thing that he loves me.
Well, of course. That was really sweet.
Because he takes me to Mexican.
I can bring you Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
But let me just say, I will settle for the Mexican that we have here. I will settle for
the
it.
one of 7 different ones?
I will settle, but my favorite is La Paria, and the closest ones is Rome or Dallas Highway.
Dallas is faster to get to.
There was one by my house in Atlanta.
There's one on the Marietta Square, which I grew up at. They know me there. When I go in there, Maria is like, "Hi, Amanda," and I'm like, "Hi, Maria." It's great.
So that's the specific one you got to go to on her perfect day.
Yeah, I got to go back through Hiram.
That's all he's thinking about is the commute.
I drive for a living.
That's a different card, sir. Move on.
Yeah, you did get that card, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I will go next. I have 3 here. I think I'm going to go with why I quit, and it's just a blank. It's like why you quit, whatever it is that you quit. And I think my answer would be why, oh man, this is about to get real. Why I quit my businesses. I've had 2, and I've stepped away from both. Being a business owner is insanely stressful. There's just a lot of things about it that aren't fun and that really, kicked my anxieties into overdrive. That's the main reason. And the other reason is just nothing's ever just felt quite right. Like, it was like always I get into something and I'm like, this is it. And I'm good at it and I can do, go through the motions and I can do whatever, but it's just always there's just something missing and I don't know what that is. So I chose to step away and I guess I quit, which is what it is, but it's left the door open for me to do some soul searching and things like that. So that's my kind of serious answer on why I quit.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm going to go into interviewer mode here. What was your feelings on quitting? Does it make you less stressed? Is it more relaxing? Is it one of those things where you're just like, hey, you know what? This is freeing.
No.
Oh.
I hoped so. That was my goal. No, that's not, yeah, you would think. And maybe you feel like that for a second, but you build these things and it's like your baby. And then one of my businesses in particular, I left with a business partner. So to see her carry on with the business, it's been months now, so I'm distanced from it now and it feels a little different, but it still stings. It's like watching your ex live their life on social media. I had to just kind of tune that out and turn that off. But yeah, it just wasn't right. It wasn't a right fit for me even, and it sucks because I thought it was, and I was like, I figured it out. And the business partner I had, she and I were great friends, and we're still friends, but you don't see people I saw her all the time, every day, and it's just different. It's that distance from it to not feel so emotionally invested. But yeah, that took a while. But no, I didn't feel like free because it's like, now what? Got to do something, now what? And it's like, well, none of these things have worked out, so what's that going to be? So that's kind of still where I'm at, but looking back on it, maybe in a couple years, I might have a different perspective, I guess.
Well, does it make you feel good that the business that you helped start is still going? I contributed to that. That's awesome. Do you have that? Or is it more like...
That's a different perspective that she didn't look at.
Can I be honest? No, it doesn't. I wish her well.
Right.
But it just sucked. I'm jealous is what it is. It's not, it's just like, and it was my choice to walk away, which sounds like silly to think that I'd be like, you chose to leave. You didn't, no one kicked you out. Why are you jealous? It's just because there was a lot going on and it was just what I needed to do. I didn't really have a choice.
Right.
Personally. So no, yes and no. I wish her well, but it also is just like, I wish I was, I wish it would have worked out with me involved. I don't know. So,
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
What about you?
No, I appreciate the questions.
What about you, sir?
What
are you? What's the question again? The quit.
Why I quit?
Why you quit? What thing did you quit, and why did you quit it?
Well, the podcast here recently, the Mosh Pit, it's on hiatus.
You didn't quit.
You didn't quit. That's not a quit. Dude, that doesn't count.
You're allowed to
Actually,
take a break.
by the time this one airs, it's back, and y'all missed the break. What did I quit? I quit caring so much about stupid things.
That's a good answer,
That's a great answer.
I quit caring so much about things that don't make me happy, make me feel like it's worth doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sort of like you quit caring about things that you have no control over.
Yeah, basically. Fine example with work. I'm going to take it back to work because this is a different podcast and I can talk about work on here and nobody listens. But I quit really giving 110% at my job when it stopped becoming rewarding, when everything that I would do was not fruitful, was not where I wanted it to go. I got tagged in the beginning of this job to be an alarm tech instead of what I am. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool, so I can go above and beyond and really, do everything. Well, then when there wasn't the training, there wasn't the opportunities that were dangled in front of you relentlessly. You can grab all the brass rings you want to. And finally, I just said, you know what? Whatever. So therefore, taking that care away from me, if it gets handled, it gets handled, whatever. That's a darker answer than y'all wanted, wasn't it?
No,
I took this one to a dark place, didn't I?
I think it ties into kind of my, in a weird way, maybe, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. It ties into what I was kind of saying with, it's just something, you care so much or you want to care so much, but there's something, it's just I can't put my finger on it. It's like there's something missing. It sounds like you've more so pinpointed what your kind of issue was. It's just, it sucks to feel that way about a thing that you're doing that's your livelihood as well,
Yeah.
So
there was a time when I got up and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm, it's not about a paycheck. It's about getting the job done. And then at the end of the day, everything you try to push through nobody else wants to take initiative. Nobody else tries to see the vision. Instead, we just roll on because it's the way it's always been. And that's the same reason I left like the last 3 of the jobs that I've left, was because I saw where the end was going. I saw where I wasn't going to have a job because I cared too much, A. B, nobody else cared that much. And C, I was kind of an asshole.
Well, I mean, I can't say, like, that answer is cool, but it kind of wraps me into what we were talking about the other day. I care. I can't give up that care. Like, that care is in me, and I'm never going to give it up. I got so frustrated the other day because the job that I work at, I'm a manager, so I have to listen to the metrics. I have to listen to the analytics. We have a management call every Zoom meeting with 52 other managers, and we all have to listen to the franchise owner tell us about the same 3 fucking stores who do the best, the best commissions, the best product sales, the best this, the best that, right? And then in the same breath, they turn around and they say, oh, you should run contests for your girls and give them prizes, and you should set individual goals for your girls. If the contest isn't working, set individual goals and give them individual prizes, which is great. But in the same breath, you still pinpoint those same heavy hitter salons over all your other ones. I sold $306 in product in 3 days. 3 days on a broke foot. I put it in the group chat of this management meeting, and the guy didn't even acknowledge. So it pissed me off because I care so fucking much. Pissed me off to the point where the next week I might have sold $100 worth of stuff.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know how your pay structure is structured, I guess. I don't know if you're getting commissions off of that or whatever, but at the end of the day, all that money's not going in your pocket, and you're doing it for like a greater purpose and a greater thing. And it sucks to feel that way. And
don't tell me to treat my stylist a certain way, to say, oh, well, if the contest don't work, set individual goals, but on a greater level, your contest is not working. Why don't you give recognition to the people, like literally on our metrics? I personally moved my store from place number 27 to place number 7 in one column. He didn't even say good job.
And it's like not something you can go, hi, did you notice that I did this thing? Because it's just not, that's not fair. Well, I recognize that's really awesome, and I know that.
But I care about it too much. Yeah. So, like, now it's, like, in my head, and I'm caring about it. And you see what I'm saying? Like, so I can't give up that care. I can't quit that care. It's not in me to do that. I feel...
I can. Mine's like a switch. I can turn it off in a heartbeat.
I can't do that. I care too much.
That just brought up another interesting thing about my situation where I joked about I was unemployed. I mean, I am, but it's my own fault. It's my own choice, kind of, sort of. But I started trying to look for jobs and stuff. And the main thing that has been holding me back is I'm afraid to get in with somewhere and care too much to where I'm not going to be okay just being on the bottom rung of the ladder, even though it's like everybody around me is like, well, why don't you, it's blah, blah, blah bucks an hour. Just go in, turn your brain off. That's not how it works. Like, I'm going to, oh, well, this can be better and I can improve here and why aren't they doing it this way? And then you get met with what Wes is saying. Well, because that's the way we've always done it. Like, shut up and get in line. And I can't let that go. And that has been my demise multiple times. I've met that.
I understand where you're coming from because I've been there. But now as management, I understand where the manager's coming from in that situation. Everybody has to do things the same way because in this society that we live in, everything is equal. Everything is equal rights. Everything is politically correct. And if you do something a little bit different and little Susie over here figures out that you did something a little different, then there's going to be an issue. And that is where our hands are all tied now. Our hands have been tied by the social standing of now.
That's interesting.
Think about that. Huh.
And see, that's always been my problem with management is because, 3 plus 2 equals 5. So does 1 plus 4. There's more than one way to get to the right answer.
Right.
And if you can't see that and you can't do it in an efficient way, you're only kicking the can down the road to be basically...
But when you have 3 other people going 1 plus 4, and the one over here is doing 2 plus 3, and those other 3 see her doing something different, and then they all get pissed off and turn on you because of it,
Well, here's the
That's
question.
where management is.
Well, here's
and
the
that is
question.
the mentality of this country right now.
Here's the question. Does it affect the job in general?
It affects the morale. It affects the culture in the shop.
Then that's
And
different.
if they feel like someone's getting special treatment because they get to do it a different way, they're going to hate that person. They're going to hate the manager who lets them do that. So in reality, that's going to bring the morale down in the shop. I'm telling you, I have been there. I've done that. It sucks.
So I'm going to interrupt you, and I'm going to pause you for just a
Yeah.
second, because this just opened my eyes to something else. You're saying that, and I'm running into the same thing at my current position.
Exactly.
Where we have a guy, again, I'm not calling any names. I'm not even going to tell y'all where I work, because I don't need that shit getting out. We have a guy who shows up at 6 a.m. and leaves at 2:30, but those are not our hours. Our hours are 8 to 5. Now, if you come in 2 hours early and you actually, get things rolling, like if I show up and I've already got, work orders on my desk and things to do, because you've been here for 2 hours, you're monitoring the stuff that's coming in. Wouldn't say a damn word. But when you come in to watch a movie or sleep or play on your phone for the first 2 hours, and I still have to come in and go through everything and find stuff like, hey, why is this one still down? Then I have an issue. That's where my issue lies.
And you see now where your crappy manager who hasn't said, hey, we do it 1 + 4, not 2 + 3. I'm going to say it. Your shitty manager doesn't know how to do their job and make everybody do the same way. And now the morale in the team is down and you're hating on that one guy and your life is miserable because now all the work is put on you.
Everything you said is true except for one thing. I'm not just hating on the one guy. There's like
you know-
3 of them there.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, though.
Let's be honest here.
If this is all, like, generalized.
Listen, I know where you're coming from, because I was that asshole employee. Always have been. Because here's the thing. There's something you don't know about me. I've had a bunch of jobs, and I've worked with a lot of people that I really didn't like. And I realized, listen, I'm a late Gen X, early millennial. Okay, born in '85. I was
Backwards.
raised on rock and roll.
You're an early
Yeah,
millennial.
Yeah, whatever that thing.
You're
I was
an-
born in '85.
An elder millennial, we like to call them.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X. I'm just going to claim
Elder
Gen X.
millennial.
So I was raised, on Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was raised on rock and roll. I was raised on take it and shove it. And I realized what I could get away with by the managers I had. And I could push them just far enough that not to get fired, but just let them know that, hey, look, I'm going to do shit my way, and I'm going to get the job done, and y'all are going to deal with it.
He's my headache.
Do we say that you two are a couple? I think that's some good insight into your dynamic.
Pros and cons of dating me. Con, I'm an asshole. Pro, I'm your asshole.
Yes. He's my asshole that I have calmed down a whole lot over the last 10 years.
You guys have been together a long time.
Anyway, back to you. I didn't mean to take over this episode.
No, it's fine. I'm just listening. I
Do
just
you guys want to hear what I quit?
yeah, I do.
You didn't quit anything.
I quit YouTube.
What do you? Oh, your
Yes, you did.
channel.
I had 20,000 subscribers, and it was
Walked away.
it was an art thing, and I walked away from it because the editing was torture. And I am not a techie person. I am not a computer person. I am not a cut and paste person. And that's all that was. It took me 16 hours to edit down a 2-hour to 3-hour video to 30 minutes because people in America can't pay attention to something for longer than 30 minutes. And so I lost the love for it. And then, so now I have to hear my mom preach to me every time she sees me about how Bob Ross made all this money and sold all these paintings because he was on TV and he showed everybody his secrets, and she thinks I quit because I didn't want to. Well, that was one of the things I told her to kind of like, I didn't want to just tell her I was being lazy, didn't want to edit the videos anymore. So she's like, why? And I said, because how would I be? I'm selling classes and then I'm giving them away for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, Bob Ross did it. And he still sold classes, and he still went out. And Bob Ross was a celebrity. Mm-hmm. People paid to go to his class because they could say, I went to a Bob Ross class.
Look at these happy trees.
Look at these happy trees. I am Amanda in Podunk Rockmart. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm Amanda in Podunk Rockmart. People look at me and go, bless her heart, she's got purple hair today. You know, I mean...
Is this the part of the episode where we jump on the Rockmart marketing bandwagon?
We've been there. Amanda probably would.
Amanda would give us killer insight on this.
Yeah. I'm afraid, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I'm afraid to kind of delve into it because, yeah, it's a marketing problem, but it's also it's a people problem. And
I'm going to tell you my outlook on this. Downtown Rockmart is dead. It died.
Okay, let me pause you. Okay, Amanda chose to move to Rockmart.
I did.
I
love it still.
Wes and I didn't choose this life, but here we are. I guess I kind of chose it because I came back, and you came back. And
well, I mean, you went to Auburn, so I mean, that's like a lateral move.
Yeah. How
I hate to say that, but.
How I ended up in one of the most conservative colleges in the country is hysterical. And every time another friend calls and they're on their like fourth baby, and they called me at like 23, and they're like, I'm engaged, and I'm like, oh, what? I'm shocked. Like, I mean, at 30 years old, you would think I'd be over that. I'm not. And like, so yeah, it's funny the places I found myself in. But anyways, Amanda chose to be here, and she sees it from a very different, like, she sees the potential. And I said in the last episode, it's heartbreaking to see people like you come in and see the potential and it just be like shut down.
Yeah, because you have those outsiders' eyes.
Well, no.
Oh my God, look at this town.
The thing is, what irritates me is, and I do get very irritated at it because I care. Obviously, I did not quit the care. Obviously. So my thing is, downtown Rockmart is dead for two reasons. Number one, we have a one-way street that makes no sense. Why is that street one way? It makes no sense. There are not other streets connecting to it. It is not a square. It is not a block. It is not a large city. Why do we have a one-way street?
Parking.
Second, it takes away all the parking. For it to be all one way, it takes away all the parking.
That's just my only like justification that why they would do that.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Secondly, they route 66 our asses with 278. Everything is on 278, so people don't even have to think about coming into Rockmart anymore.
No, there's no direction to the downtown. No. You're just going to drive straight through.
Route 66.
Yeah.
110%. I mean, you might as well call us Swallow Falls or whatever it was from Cars or... I mean, serious.
I doubt it was Swallow Falls.
No, actually, I think that was from Cloudy.
Video.
No, I think that was from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But anyway, no, I'm just saying, we're Route 66, and then these people, like, I come in and I'm like, oh yeah, I have an art studio and I'm open on Sunday. That's a problem. I'm open on Monday and Tuesday till 6 p.m. 6. Oh, whoa, 6 o'clock? You're off your rocker, man. These people roll up their businesses, I shit you not, at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
3:30, 4 o'clock, they roll them up. Everything is closed.
No one's even off
Nothing
work.
is open on Sunday. Nothing is open on Monday. And they might not be open on Tuesday. How are you making a living? How are you making money? I don't know. But they are closed on those days. It baffles me. I went to meetings and I spoke to shop owners, and the reasons they have given me are, we don't have foot traffic, so why stay open? Well, my answer to them pissed them off. Because I am not from here, and I see things differently than them. What came first, the chicken or the egg? People don't come down here. There's no foot traffic because you don't advertise that you're open.
I'll tell you another perspective on it that maybe you haven't thought about. Maybe you have. The population, I mean, I'd have to like look at specific.
Everyone leaves Rockmart to work, and they come home at night to sleep.
Well, that and also the elderly population here is very... The retired/elderly population is high. I guess let's not add elderly because like I'm thinking like people who are like homebound, but like people who are retired. For example, I owned a store in town. I'd bought from a lady who had it for like 20 years at that point, and it was mainly retired women were my main demographic, and they were, if I would have opened at 8 a.m., which I was never going to do, but if I would have, they'd have been there at 7:30. They'd been there waiting on me at 7:30. Like, I would get there at 10, and there would be 2 people in the parking lot, like, following me in, and I'm like, can y'all give me just a second? Let me just open up my register, whatever. They want to get out early, and they're home by lunch, and they're in their pajamas by 2, and that's not even me being funny. So that's the other reason I think that people in Rock, like, oh, I see all my business between 10 and 2. And well, that's kind of why. But again, you're right. Chicken or the egg. Well, okay, you see that demographic at that time.
Right.
You got to wait till people get off work.
Right. How about the young people who work till 7 o'clock at night every night and don't get back to Rockmart till 8? There's 3 restaurants open at that time and no shops and Walmart. Those are our choices. I'm born and raised 5th generation Marietta girl. Nothing closes until 12 a.m.
That's wild. That would never.
Nothing closes till 12 a.m. It is ridiculous. You can go and walk the square all hours of the night. There is no curfews. It baffles my mind. There is something to do. And there could be things to do. This little downtown is so scenic. It is so beautiful. It could be a destination, an artful town like places like Nashville or Mississippi. I mean, it could be so artful and eclectic. But there are people here who have roots here who don't want to see Mayberry change.
No, you're 100% right. That's
and
what
they're old and they're rickety and they have ass-backwards ideas and ass-backwards opinions and they will not change for anything. I could have ironclad proof that if we do this, it's going to be profitable and we're going to have buku money and everybody will get rich, and they still will not budge.
And I say we get into this on this next episode.
Right.
But before we get out of here, we need to do our outro.
Oh.
Wait, I thought we were going to play some sort of game.
That is our game.
That is our game.
Oh.
That is the segment.
Because we're going to keep it a little light before we run away.
Yeah, I didn't realize how
long we were
talking. Amanda got real passionate there. I was enthralled.
She did, and I want to save that for like the next episode because I'm pretty sure a lot of the people that listen to the pit are tired of me bitching about Rockmart. But we have a new demographic now with a new show that I can bitch a little more and actually pinpoint actual reasons.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Just to lighten it up a little bit, try to do some kind of fun party game, if you will, which I hope to be a recurring segment because I've cracked myself up coming up with my list. I called my best friend and ran it by her because I knew, like I said earlier, she's a tough critic, and if I got her to laugh, then that was gold. So a couple of these, I think they're funny. I think it's going to be great. So, anyways, the segment is going to be things that are none of our business. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
The first thing that is just none of my business is my mail and my emails. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to look at it. Don't send me an email. You're not going to get in touch with me. You send me a letter in the mail. It's probably in my email, which I'm also not going to open, so I'm just going to throw it away. My mail is none of my business.
That sounds about right. How many unopened emails do you have?
We ain't going to talk about it.
It's none of our business.
It's none of your business.
4 digits.
I turn the notifications off. Just do that. And then you don't know. And then it's really none of your business. Okay. What's none of your business, Wes?
Y'all can skip me. I'm gonna wait.
I have no clue.
You have no clue?
Oh, no, I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know everything.
What is something that you should care more about and you should, as an adult person, know more about and care more about, and you're just like, no, thank you?
Taxes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Taxes.
Definitely taxes. Fuck taxes. Fuck Uncle Sam. That's my money. I worked hard for it. Why do I have to give it to you? We are not dumping tea in the damn harbor anymore. Why?
I'm 110% that if everybody did their own taxes, and I'm not talking about TurboTax or any of those other automated ones, actually pulled out the piece of paper and had to write that shit down, I'm 100% sure we would remove taxes from our life.
I do that.
You're one.
I do that for 2 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. That was the other part about owning a business and one of the reasons I quit.
Paperwork fucking sucks.
Freaking tax season.
1099, count me out.
Thank you.
Hand me my check, take the shit out.
You want to talk about anxiety to the 10th level?
Yeah.
Tax season.
Yeah.
I don't get anxiety, and I get anxiety at tax season.
You want a little secret? Just shh. Don't tell anyone. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I still have not filed my taxes for 2022. What month is it?
You have like 7 years, isn't it? Is it
no, I do not think so.
3 years? don't know. I'm not a tax specialist.
If it was our business, we would know, but it's not our business, so we don't know.
Taxes.
I think you don't have to file every year. It's just
No,
like...
I'm pretty sure you do.
No. Take it from a licensed professional.
Okay.
It's like every 3 years. I think it is every 3 years.
What's it called? Idiot savant?
Every 3 years, you can like skip and then file your taxes once every 3 years.
Disclaimer: we are not tax professionals. Do not take
for
any.
more unsolicited advice.
Do not listen to anything we say.
I'm gonna give you. God damn! I listened to that damn podcast.
Wes said.
Wes. No,
all right, Wes. What's none of your business?
What's none of your business?
None of my business. Honestly,
he's gonna say kittens.
No. No. I think space should be none of our business, like collectively.
Y'all's answers are so deep. Mine are like so stupid.
No, yours is
I said
good.
taxes. That's not deep at all.
Oh, it's like it's mature. Mine are about to devolve. I can't wait.
I mean, think about it. We know less about the ocean floor.
The first thing that popped in my head was completely wrong on so many levels.
But so you're saying space,
like outer space,
Yeah.
like stars and galaxies and
Yeah.
stuff. I paint those all the time.
That's great. Paint them. But I don't think we don't need to be spending billions of dollars to look at some rock up there that we're never going to live on. We're never going to colonize the moon. We're never going to colonize Mars. It's never going to happen. Plus, even if we do, we're just going to destroy it like we did this fucking planet.
Also, we're probably going to be dead by the time that happens.
God, I hope so.
that sounds exhausting. I agree. Okay, the next thing that's none of my business. Your name immediately after you introduce yourself to me. I'm not going to remember it. I'm going to ask you, and you're going to tell me, and I'm going to go, and then done, gone, out of my brain. None of my business. It's a fatal flaw I have. Not a great personality trait, but that is how I feel.
Do you remember that movie House Bunny?
Yeah.
I just pictured Kayla like, I'm Kayla.
If I did, as someone who worked in customer services most of the time, you would think I would get that shit together. I've never, and it's like, I truly think it's like an anxiety thing in me where I'm like trying so hard to focus on what you're saying that I black out.
Dude, I do the same thing.
So yeah, that's none of my business. Is your name.
I agree. I have called our next door neighbor for 10 years by the wrong name consistently.
I swear to God. Anytime she starts talking about somebody, I'm just like, okay, I have to pay attention to like clues of who it actually is. John over there. John, we don't know a John. The guy that does this and this. Oh, that guy. Yeah. His name's not John, by the way.
Not even close.
His name is Billy.
Basically.
Oh, okay, so I think it's you, Amanda.
Okay.
What's none of your business?
Oh, God.
You good?
No.
This episode has devolved.
I mean, what
No, because my mind went so dirty, it's not even funny.
Do what you feel.
That's what she said.
I'm leaving.
I was going to say people's sex lives because, like, seriously, I had a customer in the chair.
Okay, just end of sentence. I had a customer discussing.
He did today in the chair. I shit you not. We started.
It was a male.
Yes,
customer? That's worse.
Well, I'm a barber. I cut only men's hair.
Oh, God.
And they tell me about their sex life all the time. And the worst part is I'm required to massage their hair.
Oh, God.
When I'm in there, and they are literally sitting there. Like, this guy was telling me how he likes cold showers, and he moans while he's in the cold shower, and his wife gets pissed off at him because he does not moan during sex.
I feel like I need a shower after that.
I mean, God, we could have a whole podcast about Amanda's experiences at work.
We should just have a segment called TMI.
TMI
Oh, that's great.
with Amanda.
TMI with Amanda. Let's do it.
Today, a customer said to me,
Oh, like last week when the customer asked me if it would be acceptable for him to cheat on his girlfriend with a woman who's married.
Well, yeah, it cancels each other out. Y'all know where I stand now.
Anyway.
"Oh, good Lord,
Wes,
yeah, what's none of your business?"
The rest of this episode. I'm out.
Okay, what's the next one that's going to be none of my business? This one's so embarrassing. My blood type. That is none of my business. I have no idea what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to figure that out. And I just hope that if I am dying, that someone else can figure that out for me, because it's none of my business, because I'm not going to put any effort into figuring out what it is.
You just taste it, right?
Taste it.
I'm done.
I told you I checked out of this episode.
So, yeah, that was on my list of none of my business.
Medical advice. If you don't know your blood type, just prick your finger and taste it.
You know what's none of my business? Oh my god, I just had a really good one.
Oh, no.
Well, it's over.
Yep, it went out of my head. Your turn.
I already said mine. I'm out.
Okay, I can just, like, you want to just
Let's
breeze
see.
through my list of things that I
Let's
feel
see,
that are
let's
none of my
see.
business?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh no, I know it. That's why I got it back. It came back to me.
What is it?
Vegetables.
Vegetables are also none of my business.
None of my business. I'm a meat and potato kind of gal. I would much rather have
Hold up.
vegetables are none of my business. I like 4 different types of vegetables, and that's about it.
Yeah, like a few, but
said- Hang on. I want comments below. Did y'all hear that? I'm a meat and potatoes person. I don't like vegetables. What the fuck do you think a potato is?
Starch.
Get out of my face. Get out of here.
welcome to our new segment called Amanda and Kayla Mansplain Things to Wes.
Welcome to the new segment. Fuck up out my face.
We're gonna educate this man.
The only time I legit like vegetables is if it cooks in the meat juice, like in a slow cooker or something. So then the vegetables now taste like the meat.
Well, you know what? Vegetables are also none of Wes's business because
He doesn't
he doesn't know they are.
Wes, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
It's fucking nasty is what it is.
I
I
agree.
agree.
Tomatoes are none of my business.
The next thing that's none of my business, and this is going to be a controversial one. You ready? Hold on to your seats. Your baby's monthly milestone photos.
Amen.
I do not
Cheers to that one.
care. If you're like my good friend and you want to send me that on like a personal, like text it to me, you're a really cute baby. I love you. I probably also think your baby's cute. Social media has ruined me and it makes me feel like a bad person. But
Oh
like,
yeah, I hate it.
It's like,
What about the pictures of their fucking baby bumps before the babies even come out of the jad? Let me tell you, like seriously, this shit is like, okay, you're getting fatter. Good job.
Hey, I thought this was going to be a kink shaming episode because, I got a prego kink.
He does have a prego kink. He's weird.
do you want to?
It's none of his.
No.
It's none of our
None of
business.
your business.
None of our business.
None of. You're right. So, do you want me to keep going, or do you have another one?
I don't know. I got one that piggybacks.
Ooh.
It's none of my business how great of a mother I would be.
Oh, that's okay. That's like
Because I
girl.
have made the life decision to not want children. I don't want children. I don't want to get married. Wes and I have been happily together for 10 years, and neither one of us want to get married. I don't want to hear how we need to be married. I need a ring on my finger, and he should treat me better by marrying me. These
her
are
an
all
honest
things.
woman.
These are
Turn
all.
you into an
These are
honest
all
woman.
things that women have said to me. Women.
Oh, yeah.
Not men. Women, because women are terrible to other women. I don't want to hear how great I am with children. Yes, I know I'm great with children. I will play with your child. I will play with your crotch goblin, and then I will kick it back into play in your house after I sugar the fuck out of it. I do not want children. I hate that. That's definitely none of my business. I don't care if you think I'm going to be a great mother.
Yeah, that could be a really interesting topic to delve into because I'm more so on the side of probably never. Mm-hmm. But I could see that maybe my mind, depending on a lot of factors, but probably not. For the most of my life, I'm like, no, I've never liked kids. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. Like I said, if you're my friend and you have a kid and I love you, I'm going to love that kid, but I don't know what to say to that kid. What are we going to talk about?
Oh no, I can do the whole aunt advice. I can do the cool aunt thing. You've got 2 days to tell your mom, or I'm going to tell them. You know what I mean? Type thing. I'm great at those things. Oh, here's what I would do in that situation. Here's a bunch of candy. I mean, I'm great at those situations, and I can give great advice to them. But I don't want my own. If I had my own, I would probably beat the shit out of them.
Does this trigger you? You ready? Oh, you'll change your mind.
Oh God.
You'll change your mind.
Oh my God. Do you know what? One time my boss told me that one time, and I told her if I ever got pregnant, I'd throw myself down the stairs and then try to have an abortion. And she cussed me out.
You know what's none of her business? Your uterus. Zero. Good God.
So what's none of your business, Wes?
The rest of this episode, I just said it. I'm turning the mic off.
I'm telling you, these are great.
Okay, let's see. Another thing that's none of my business, Jennifer Lopez. Everything I know about that woman is completely against my will, and I don't care who she's married to. I don't care who she's engaged to, dating. Don't care. That woman's none of my business.
You know, I'm going to piggyback on that one, actually. Celebrities in general. Celebrities in general, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this especially. I don't give a fuck about their political opinion.
Can I get an amen?
I don't
That's a
give
good combo.
fuck about who they don't like, who they do like, who they think I should vote for. I do not give a fuck. And it goes double for musicians who also have that platform, and that's all they want to shove down people's throat are their fucking political opinions. Shut up. We don't care.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, and I keep these are like good things I want to expand upon because like the Taylor Swift that's just the thing that's in the zeitgeist right now because she's on this mega tour, and all of it. You know, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but all of this stuff has been going on, and it's like, why did she say anything? And she's got this platform, blah blah. Girl, I am there to see this concert, and I'm going to watch it on live stream. It's the same concert I saw in person. It's the same one I watch on live stream every weekend, every night. That's what I want to see. I don't want her to. Personally, I don't care if she stands up and says whatever it is they're wanting her to say. They're like, we're going to sell our tickets and burn our albums. You already spent the money, honey. Like, do what you do, whatever.
Yeah, she already got your money.
You know, like you're not going to hurt her feelings or mine. Like, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, I don't want them to be terrible people if I'm going to support them.
Right.
But it's like, you know, I agree with you. Like, I don't need that because I need to escape that.
But see, here's my problem. The same ones that canceled the Dixie Chicks
are now
100% like doing the same thing.
Do the exact same thing.
And it doesn't matter who's in the office.
Point.
It doesn't matter who's in the office.
They canceled them hard.
But I've never thought about it was just because they had something to say.
Oh, yeah. They called out Bush for being a warmonger, which I agree with.
Anyway, so you know what's none of my business? Because we're not talking about warmonger. Mullets.
Are none of your business.
I fucking hate them. I fucking hate it. Mullets, I can't stand them. I hate to cut them. I know how to cut them.
Are you ever like, are you sure?
Oh, yeah. No. I had a guy sit in the chair the other day, and I was like, so we're cutting your mullet off, right?
No, we're just shaping it up, ma'am.
Exactly. That's exactly what he said. I said, are you
a little less party in the front, please.
I said,
more party in the back.
Are you sure? No, actually, it was the other way around.
Party in the front?
They made me take a little party way in the back.
Oh, okay.
You should have slipped. Oops.
But I hate mullets. I hate mullets. I have been known to tell people I don't know how to cut them, so I don't have to cut them. I hate them.
That'll work.
Hey, here you go.
Loathe.
What's worse? What is worse? A 7-year-old with a rat tail. No. Let's reverse this. A 7-year-old with a mullet or a 40-year-old guy with a rat tail.
40-year-old with a rat tail.
You think so?
I'm going to say 40-year-old with a rat tail.
Because they should know better?
Because they should know better. The 7-year-old has no control. That's their mom's stupid decisions.
I have pretty good control over my hair at 7.
You're lying.
I had a bowl cut.
You're lying. Your mother, no.
And you chose that?
I mean,
no,
I didn't fight against it.
He didn't. He didn't fight against it because guess what? She chose what he got. And that is 90% the problem with men making decisions these days.
Damn.
Do you know how many times I have dismissed the mother to the waiting room and I'm like, okay, now what do you want with your hair, sir? To like a 15-year-old because they don't know how to tell me how they want their hair cut.
15-year-old?
15 years old. They can't make decisions.
I just buzzed mine at that point, and I was like, you know what, whatever. But it made it easier to rebrand later in life because then I was like, hey, you know what, I can gel this and make it look great. Thanks to you. Actually, I did that before you. I just got the wrong gel because I used that god-awful Walmart LA Looks in the bright yellow bottle.
Dollar store, the bright yellow LA
You
Looks.
know what I'm talking about, don't you? Well, the yellow one was the only good one. The blue one was garbage.
I was like, honey, here's some pomade. You want to try it?
He just bought a case of yellow glue and was like, I'm going to put this in my hair and this will be fine.
Yeah.
Pomade will change your life.
We're coming up on the end of this episode. Should we?
We should wrap it up, I guess. If you made it this far,
we're sorry.
I think I'm going to say that every episode, but yeah, we so appreciate you listening, and this is our very first episode of us just kind of hanging out and talking and, you know, what we'd be doing normally if the mics weren't on, so for the most part.
Basically what we do anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and Wes, do you want to close it out?
No.
Okay.
Good.
It's the end of this episode is none of Wes's business. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this polite conversation.
Catch us every Monday at 9 a.m. for new episodes. That's Eastern Time.
Find us anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
When this is over, don't think about it. Don't shout about it. Just say the word.